Hello everyone. All the physical surroundings on Earth are called the environment. The environment includes everything living and everything non living. The environment is all the physical, chemical, and biological factors external to a person and all the related behaviors. So, today, let us discuss something more related to this in our lesson, our environment. Ecosystem. An ecosystem consists of all the living organisms in an area along with the non-living components and their interactions. Types of ecosystems. First one is natural ecosystem like forests, deserts, ground levels, mountains, ponds, etc. Artificial ecosystem like gardens, parks, aquarium, etc. Components of an ecosystem. There are two main components. First one, biotic component, which is the living components like plants, animals, and microorganisms. All living organisms are divided into categories. First one is producers, which are the green plants which produce food by photosynthesis. Second one is consumers. All animals which directly or indirectly depend on producers are consumers. These are herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and parasites. And the third one is decomposers, which are the microorganisms which decompose dead plants and animals. They decompose complex organic substances into simple inorganic substances in the soil, which are again used by plants. The second component is abiotic component, which are the non-living components like air, water, soil, minerals, etc. Now let us discuss about food chain. Our food chain is the flow of food energy from one organism to the next and to the next and so on. They usually start with the producer and end with the carnivore. Example, food chain in forest, grass eaten by deer and which is eaten by tiger. Second example, food chain in grassland, the grass which is eaten by grasshopper, then eaten by a mouse and then eaten by an owl. Food web. Food web is a group of several interacted food chains. In a food web, an organism gets feed from more than one group of organisms. Trophic levels. Each step in a food chain where transfer of food energy takes place is called trophic level. The first trophic level consists of producers. The second consists of primary consumers. The third, secondary consumers. The fourth trophic level consists of tertiary consumers. Since the transfer of food energy decreases at each trophic level, the number of trophic levels are limited and do not exceed 4 or 5. Energy flow in trophic levels. Green plants, that is the producers, absorb about 1% of the solar energy falling on the leaves and stores it as food energy during photosynthesis. During the transfer of food energy from one trophic level to the next, 90% of the energy is lost to the environment and only 10% is transferred to the next level. So there is a decrease in the amount of food energy transferred at every trophic level. Biological magnification or biomagnification. Harmful chemicals like insecticides and pesticides, which are used to protect crops from insects and pests, are absorbed by plants and enter the food chain. Since these chemicals are non biodegradable, they get accumulated at every trophic level and their concentration increases. The increase in concentration of the harmful chemicals in the higher trophic level is called biological magnification. Now let us understand the subtopic human activities affect the environment. First one is depletion of ozone layer in the atmosphere. Ozone molecule contains 3 oxygen atoms O3. At higher levels in the atmosphere, the UV radiation splits some oxygen molecules O2 into free oxygen atoms, which combines with oxygen molecules O2 to form ozone, that is O3 molecules. The ozone layer present in the higher layer of the atmosphere protects the earth from the harmful UV radiations from the sun. The ozone layer is being damaged by the use of chemicals like chlorofluorocarbons used in refrigerators and fire extinguishers. Next, let us see managing the garbage produce. Based on the ability of the decomposition, waste materials produced are of two main types. That is, first one is biodegradable waste, which are the waste which are decomposed into harmless substances by microorganisms. Example: vegetables, fruits, pulses, paper, animal dung, etc. Second one is non-biodegradable wastes. These are the waste which are not decomposed by microorganisms. Example: polythene bags, plastics, synthetic fibers, etc. So this was all about our lesson, our environment. It is our collective and individual responsibility to preserve and to tend to the world in which we all live. The environment and the economy are really both two sides of the same coin. If we cannot sustain the environment, we cannot sustain ourselves. Thank you, students.